Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Lady Layer. Thank you guys for joining us today. Hopefully you guys catch up on the last two episodes. You guys don't forget we are uploading twice a week this go around. We're going to be uploading on Tuesdays and Fridays, so make sure you are tuned in. Make sure you have your bell notifications on so that you're notified every time we upload a video. And be sure to check the description box so that you can follow us on our social media.
Yeah, it's the Lady Layer everywhere we are. TikTok,
Yes.
Instagram, all that. All
Hopefully
right.
TikTok don't get banned. Hopefully.
Right.
Hopefully TikTok don't get banned. I'm like, no. But yeah.
We're gonna have to move to Snapchat.
Yes,
Can
we'll
you do
see.
can you do the same stuff on Snapchat as you can on TikTok?
I am trying to familiarize myself with Snapchat again because I don't use Snapchat, but it's a whole new world over there. So we might be able to. I'm trying to like I said, familiarize myself with it again. But we'll see. But it'll also be on YouTube Shorts as well.
Well, alrighty then. So this time we're gonna start off with a little honorable mention. So I don't know if you guys are watching, but if you are, please put in the comments because this season has been so good. Married at First Sight, like first season where we starting to get some more drama again. So because we don't know if you're watching it, I'm just gonna talk about a little bit of it. And if you are, put it in the comments and also comment on what we're talking about because we want to know your opinion on this. So
Yes.
I've been catching up because honestly, I was sleeping on this season. And I had to bring it before we even found out if you guys were watching it because there's this one couple, it's like the biracial couple. Listen, I just told you I'm catching up. I don't know these people's name, but but on the biracial couple, so the guy, he lives in his parents' basement and he lives there because he's trying to save money for like a house and like pay off debt and to help his family and stuff. He pays rent. Like it's not like he's there like mooching off of them. They don't do anything for him. And he marries this woman and she uses that against him and says that he doesn't match her lifestyle. And this woman, like, she says that she works hard. And like, don't get me wrong, I don't knock it because like when I was younger, I wanted to hurry up and get out of my parents' house too. But like, honestly, if I could move back and save my money, I would.
Hello. And we live in California, okay?
Right.
It's expensive.
Right. But okay, so she moved out. She says she talks about how she worked so hard to get out of her parents' house, and she like uses it against him that he lives with his parents. And one day they go to like the little meet and greet. They have like the meetups with the friends, and like they talk about like the issues in their relationship, and she expressed that she doesn't like that he lives with his parents. And the friend was like trying to like explain it to her like, hey, he's living with his parents because he does want to buy his house and he's saving so that he doesn't have to just settle for anything. He could get what he wants. And he asked her, so are you renting or what do you have? Do you have a condo? What's going on? And she's like, yeah, I rent. She's like, I pay $2,300 a month in rent. And he's like, well, I have an issue with people that rent because they're wasting their money. Like, you guys are paying all this money into something that you'll never own. He's like, I own my house and I pay $1,200. So like, I just feel like, and like, she didn't get it. She was still trying to talk about how he didn't fit her lifestyle and how she didn't understand, like, she didn't like that he lived with his parents. And like, for me, like, I would respect somebody who is really trying to set himself up for us and be able to afford a house, because he's saying like, look, this is not something I have to do. This is something I choose to do. I've paid all my bills. I paid my car off. I pay rent and help my parents. Like, I can move out to my own place tomorrow, but I'm saving money so that when I got married, I can buy a house and like we wouldn't have to worry about anything. And she's just so fixated on this lifestyle and him not living with his parents that she's not seeing the bigger picture. So let me know if you date a guy who lived with his parents who is trying to set himself up financially to buy a house for you guys.
Yeah, I feel like she is looking at how it looks. Like, how is it going to look to her friends? How's it going to look to other people? If you are, like, she's talking about her lifestyle. She's not talking about what he can afford. She's talking about where he lives and how it looks, because if the guy, he has a job, would he be able to? My thing would be this. Can you afford to go on dates? I like to travel. Can you afford to go on vacation? Like, and he probably could afford these things a lot better since he doesn't have to pay rent. I don't
Yeah.
have an issue with it. I feel like as long as you have a plan and a purpose behind what you're doing, I say go for it. Especially, I agree with him. The friend that's saying there's no sense in wasting money. Like, you're a single man, you don't have any children, you probably just going to work and coming home, or going to work and hang out with your friends and coming home. What's the point in paying all this money when you can stay with your parents and have your own private entrance, your own private space, be
Mm-hmm.
there to help them out? I don't see anything wrong with it. Now, when it boils down to like, okay, if you want to come over and like stuff like that, it could get a little sketchy because it's like, oh, your parents is right upstairs. But
So
if
she
he is,
talked about that too.
mm-hmm.
So
So
he
what
has so he is in the basement. He has his own private entry. The access from upstairs he keeps locked, so it's not like they can pop down whenever they want
right.
to. And
Mm-hmm.
he was like, so she asked him, she was like, so what do you do when you invite people over? And he's like, well, when I have like a girlfriend or I'm dating someone, we go out on dates. And like,
Yeah.
if we decide to come back, like I have my own room with the door.
Right.
Like it's not an issue.
Right.
Like I bring people
Yeah.
back here, but like I can afford to take people out on dates. We don't have to hang out at my house.
Right. There you go. That's how I'm like, what's the big deal? Like, and y'all are already married. Like, you wasting time talking about the stuff that don't matter. You already married to this man. You should just be trying to get to know him. So
Right.
he would want to buy you a house.
Right. She ruined the honeymoon. Every single day she talks about how she hates that he lives with his parents. It's not a good look. It doesn't match my lifestyle. She couldn't even like really take in like the living situation when she went to go see his place, because she's like, oh, this is giving 20-year-old frat boy, da 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 da. And it's like, hello, it's a man. They don't have the best design sense
Right,
anyway.
right,
Like you gonna upgrade him when y'all move in with each other anyway. So who cares about
right.
his furniture? Like
Yeah.
she
This is
she
what's wrong with the world and the dating
right.
pool, because people complain about, now I don't know if he's a good man or not. I haven't watched the show yet, so I don't really know, like, whatever, but people complain about the dating pool got pee in it. Da, 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 da. Here this man is with a plan.
Right. And
Okay.
she says anytime anybody asks her about him, she says he's a great man. Like on paper, he has everything I want, except he lives with his parents.
That is foolish. That is foolishness. If ladies, if you're listening to this and it's this type of scenario, now I'm not talking about somebody who cannot afford to go out and get their own place. I'm talking about somebody that's like this guy that has a plan, and he can actually take you out on dates. He got his own car, his own job. Like, you can tell that he is a responsible adult. Like she said, he pays his own bills. He's not living off of his parents. He's
No.
actually helping them by paying rent, which
Right.
they're probably not even requiring of him, but he wants to help them out. It just shows his character. So
Right.
I would not pass up on this. I think it's foolish.
Right. Any aesthetic stuff and like the
It don't
furniture,
matter
like
at the end of the day.
right, it don't. And like so when they first on the wedding day, she told him that he told her that he smoked cigarettes and she's like, yuck. And he's
Oh,
like, okay, I'm done. No, but he's like, okay, I'm done today. I won't smoke another cigarette. Hasn't smoked since the wedding. Like he's
wow.
willing to change for them. Like anytime she's like, oh, I don't like this. He's like, okay. Like he's like, honestly, I'm not changing for you. Whatever you're telling me
It's
that you
better
don't like,
than
it makes me better. So like, I'm
yeah.
willing to do it. Like,
Oh, I haven't even seen this man's face, and my heart goes out to him. I'm just like, oh,
yeah, he's in the
ladies,
short end
do
of the
not
stick
do
for sure.
this. Do not do this. Shooting yourself in the foot. Like,
Mhm. And you messing him up for the next woman, like, girl.
and he really gonna be on after the show, because
Right.
everybody gonna be on him. Like, I don't care. I'll be up in my basement with you.
Right. They're gonna be happy to accept his man bun, okay?
Oh, and he got a little man butt. I gotta see now. I gotta look at it.
He got some good curly hair too.
Oh, so he's mixed.
Yeah, I think he's black. I don't know, because his parents is light skinned. He might
Oh, you
have
said
something
the
down the
biracial couple.
yeah. So
So
the
she's
wife is
white.
white. Yeah, the wife is white, and I'm assuming he's black,
Mm-hmm.
but they all light skinned, so they could be something mixed with something.
So and the fact that she keeps saying that doesn't fit her lifestyle, it's
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, but what is your lifestyle? Are you saying it doesn't fit the fact that you have your own place? Like, what about it doesn't fit your lifestyle? Do you like to try? What is your lifestyle? Do you like to travel? Do you like to go to restaurants? Because he never said he could do any of that stuff.
Right. She can't explain her lifestyle, but she says with her friends, she likes to go to concerts. She likes to go out to dinner. She likes to do all these things. And he's very open to doing it.
He can do all of that. But where he lives has nothing to do with any of that.
Right. She's like, I want to live this city life and da 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 da. And it's like, girl, do you think that he can't move to the city if he doesn't want to move to the city? Like, it's annoying.
And that now that you guys are getting married, you didn't even ask him about what his plans are moving forward once the experiment is over. How do you, that would have been a better question. Once the experiment is over, how would you like to move forward? Do you think we should move into my place? Should we get a place together? Because I really don't want to live with your parents. I think that that would have been a more reasonable conversation.
Right. No, she's not reasonable.
She just wrote him off.
Yeah, she's on the first meeting with Dr. Cal and the sex therapist. They were like, because she was like, I had really high hopes for this marriage, and I'm like so disappointed. This is the first meeting after the honeymoon. I had such high hope for this marriage, and I'm really disappointed. And they're like, it sounds like you're giving up, like already. Yeah, she's a hot mess.
She's saying she thinks he's broke.
Yeah,
and she is disappointed because he is broke. Because if he lives with his parents, he is definitely broke in her mind. So,
but she doesn't listen because, like, he said that when he's at work, his parents come down and like do their laundry, like theirs upstairs, not his. And he's like, and like, so the next time they're at the house and she gets mad, she's like, oh, and you let your parents do your laundry? Like, that's so unattractive. Like.
The washer and dryer is in the basement, so they have to come there and do their laundry.
Right.
My mom's not washing my drawers. Thanks.
Right.
Okay, let's move on to the shows, you guys. So last week, someone actually asked us about this in our DMs. Yes, we watched Traitors.
Yes, we did.
We did watch Traitors, and we want you guys to let us know in the comments if you guys are watching Traitors and what you think about this season thus far. Katrina, how do you feel about the season?
So listen, Kendra is the expert on these type of shows. I'm not. I'm looking for the drama. I'm looking for the tea, and like I get offended when people lie. So listen. The show's going great, but I'm a little pissed off at Dorinda because when the guy asked her after the challenge how she was feeling, I wanted her to say, not well, bitch. And she said, I could be better. But no, Dorinda. I need you to say, not well, bitch.
They don't even know what they're doing at this point. I think they kind of went in blind and they don't really know what's going on. First of all, I love the cast. I think it's a great mix up. Now, I'll tell you this. I don't know any of those Survivor people, Bachelor people, anybody that's not like Bravo or the Challenge. Now, I watched the Challenge quickly.
Netflix
or
too.
Netflix. Yeah. Like I know all those people, but like Survivor and what was the one called, the back something?
I think it was called Down to Earth or something.
Down to Earth. I have no idea what that is.
Me either. And I don't know where the Prince came from. I don't know what show he was on, but I don't know him either. Ivar.
Royal something. Yeah. I have no idea who those people are. Danielle, I know who she is from Big Brother. She is a Big Brother OG. Derek, I'm so happy that they added Derek and Wes to the show. Derek he goes down in history as one of the greatest Big Brother players. He had such a strategic mind. He was super laid back in his season. He let people do the work for him. He kept his hands super duper clean. So I love how he plays the game. Wes is dirty.
Wes is the mess. That's
Wes is the mess. He is dirty. If y'all saw him on the Villain show, he is dirty. He is dirty. He is so dirty. He is TV gold because he do not care. He will lie, steal, cheat, connive. Like he will do it all.
But this is different for him because he's a faithful. So he actually has to like work with people to try to figure out who's the real person. Like it doesn't benefit him it does benefit him to get off faithfuls because his pot will be bigger, but he also needs them to help vote out the traitors because if he leaves the traitors, right.
Yeah. He's a great manipulator. That's what he did
Mm-hmm.
on House of Villains. He
Yeah.
manipulated everyone. And so I
Mm-hmm.
think that it would work to his advantage to people that don't know who he is.
Yeah.
Danielle, she's playing way too hard. She's crying, she's talking too much. I'm just like, girl, please be quiet.
Is
Same
Danielle the
thing with,
black girl?
yeah, Danielle's the
Yeah.
older black lady.
The
Yes,
traitor.
she's a traitor.
Yeah.
Also, Bob the drag queen, they talk
Yeah.
too much. I feel like they're just
Yeah.
playing too hard. I feel like they need to chill a little bit, lay back, and let everybody else talk. They just talk too much.
Mm-hmm. The fact that they already figured out that those two are traitors is crazy, but it's annoying because, like, y'all not listening to the logical person who called out Bob. Like, and Robin, here she goes again, being a flip flopper. Like, girl, first you said that okay, Bob could be a traitor. Then when y'all go to the round table, you want to act like you didn't say it, and now you think that oh, he has to be a faithful. Like, girl, what? Like, you listen
Flip
to logic.
queen of flip flopping. And Robin, I'm actually glad she stepped up a little bit because I was like, boring, snooze fest. Like,
Right.
I didn't really care for her to be on the show, but I'm glad she kind of like stepped up. But the first episode, I'm like, girl, sit down. Why are you hopping up to be the first person? Did you listen to the
Right.
game?
And
Like,
then she's delusional. How she gonna say she's a good judge of character when she was with a man who was cheating on her for how many?
I'm like, girl, you wouldn't know good judge of character if it slapped you in the face.
Right. Clearly, that's why
The man who robbed her
right.
husband, like,
Right.
come on, her friend choices.
Right. You sitting next to the op talking about he's a faithful and he's literally a traitor. Like,
I was very sad when Dorinda got
yeah,
because I just wanted her to be more on the show for her character, just who she is as a person.
right.
I thought she would be terrible at the game, but her commentary, like, I just felt like she would have been great TV.
But I feel why she was mad though, because I sacrificed myself and y'all not gonna even go after all the money. Like, what in the heck?
That would piss me off too. What do you mean y'all? So the
That's
goal
why
was
I needed her to say, "Not well, bitch." Like, come on.
yeah, but I think Traitors is gonna be good. So I'm excited for the rest of the season, child. I don't know.
And okay, so do we love that they're targeting Sandoval because of how he did Ariana? Like, how Ariana got all these friends where everywhere
Ariana, what are you doing here?
Like, dang. Even what's it called? Selling Sunset got people on there like, well, Ariana is my friend, so I'm voting for you. I don't think you're a traitor, but you got to go. You ain't getting no money today.
Nope.
Like,
I think because it was so public too, like their whole debacle was very public. Everybody was like, it was just dirty. Nobody, we haven't seen something like that happen in real time. Like, we hear about stuff on the blogs, but we watched their friendship. We watched the things that she did for this girl, how she helped this girl. And I think it was just harder to see that happen before your eyes. So it's gonna go down in history for sure.
Yeah, I don't watch Vanderpump, so I ain't seen it, but they doing him dirty.
If you don't watch any other season, that is the season to watch. Okay, let's move on.
So, Love and Marriage Huntsville, very messy on and off camera. Like, if you don't follow the Love and Married people, you should, because every week somebody going live dishing the tea. Like,
yeah. They can't help themselves. I'm like,
right.
Y'all not getting fined for this? Like,
right. And it's like, honestly, like, it's kind of like you got to be a little skeptical about the tea because it's definitely retaliatory. Like, Martell says, like, this week is Sunny going live, and I guess Martell says something about Sunny. Now Sunny going on there about Arian. Like,
right.
You gotta take it with a grain of salt, but it's still entertaining. And Letitia and Marceau went live. I didn't watch it, but they definitely went live.
I didn't watch it either.
Yeah.
But they have a lot of drama.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it was about Martell.
So. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the topic of discussion.
Right. So this week, more Letitia Marceau, Martell drama, trying to hash shit out. They I don't know if we should start there.
Do you think that Destiny knew that Martell was going to come to the breakfast.
Yes. And because of that, because how would he know that they're eating there? Like the way that Tisha walked out on Martell because Martell was there, that would make me question my friendship with Destiny. Because the
Yeah.
fact that you invited me here and had him ambush me is a problem,
Yeah.
especially because you already started the mess at the park by
Right.
inviting him and asking that question in the first place. Now you're gonna take me to this breakfast and not tell me that my op is coming. Like, what the heck?
Right.
And it was like, I don't like Destiny. Then she got the audacity to be hypocritical when it comes to Nell and Sunny when you did the same thing to Tisha.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
make it sense.
Because if she didn't know he was coming, she should have immediately been like, "You didn't tell me he was coming."
Right.
But the way she was just kind of like, because Martell said, I talked to Destiny earlier. She said she was meeting up with Tisha. So I decided to pull up and talk to her. Well, you don't think he said that he was coming?
Right. You don't think that now Destiny had to tell him the place. She had to tell him the time.
Right.
So it's like, it's the setup.
It's the setup for sure.
That would definitely make me question my friendship with her. Like,
And I'm not mad at Tisha because I would have did the exact same thing.
Right.
Well, I'll see y'all later because I'm not sitting across the table. And I love that she said that, like, I'm not sitting across the table with this man, especially not with my husband present. Because Martell liked to buck at people. And he don't care that you're a female, whatever. He's going to go toe to toe with you. And I'm not finna argue with no man because I can't punch you.
Right. I would have definitely did like Tisha. I would have took my last bite of my biscuit and been on about my business.
That biscuit was hella good because her mouth was full.
I know. Listen, honestly, if it was that good, I would have stopped at the hostess stand like, could you go wrap up my food? Because I got to go.
Go pack that up before we bring it to the car.
Right.
Okay, so then we got Mel and Kimmy meeting up, and Kimmy basically gives Melody the lowdown about Trish and the new. Why did Trish is pissing me off?
Kimmy is messy this season. Because why did she need to tell Melanie that in the first place?
I think she said that because Melody pissed her off, so she wanted to give Melody some more tea because she know that this is gonna burn her bridges because. She like, girl, you all up in my drama. You all up in my business. Let me get up in yours a little bit.
Right. How about this is who your man was cheating with? But
right.
I don't know why Mel still cares. Like, first of all, 2020 was 4 years ago, babe. You changed your name to Rogers. Like, you supposedly moved on. Like, I don't care who he was smashing. That's why we divorced.
Right.
Goodbye. This is not tea for me.
My question is, do we think that Trish and Martell smashed?
Yes. Ain't no damn way they was over there watching movies and they don't know each other.
Y'all hella grown.
Right. First of all, I'm not going to your house and I don't know you and working out. Like, granted, she said he did know his brother, but obviously they didn't have a relationship like that. Like, I can know your brother and the other brother is a axe murderer. I don't know if I can say that.
And what time did you go over there? Because y'all just watching movies at 8 o'clock in the morning. And if you came here to train, and the moment if I came here to train you, the moment you said you want to sit down and watch a movie, I'd have been like, no, this is not what I came here for. So you wasn't there on the professionalism in the first place because you would have dipped.
Right.
And y'all can't get your story straight. It's like so many lies. And every time we come to the table to talk about something, it's all these different scenarios and stories. And I forgot to mention this and I forgot to mention that, or actually this happened. It's like, girl, what really happened?
Right. Somebody please come out and just tell the truth because we tired of, I forgot. Because it's at this point you're lying. Like,
yeah, you might as well tell the truth at this point because you keep breadcrumbing, and so now we got to piece things together. Just tell it. It's already out there. And your man keeps saying he don't care.
I almost want to believe Fletcher when he said he wasn't hooking him up because Trisha, you lied to so much. Like, come on.
Right. I want to know with Fletcher, when did you figure out she was your cousin?
I don't know. That's very weird.
It's weird. It's like
I ain't gonna be texting my homie like, yeah, girl, this my cousin and he hella fine. Come. That's so weird.
He was saying at that point, he was saying at that point he didn't know who she was because he was like, I only knew her last name. I did not know her name. I didn't know who she was.
But how do you not know? How do you not know her, but you know her last name? Like, that's very personal.
Yeah, and she not no officer or a Marine person, where they call each other by their last name. So why
Right.
would you? Was you looking on the rock? Like,
Did
it's
she
no
work
sign
for
that
the
she's at the
gym?
gym.
Right. Did she work for the gym? Like, how do you know only specifically her last name? And even on the gym, they don't put the last name, they put the first name.
Right. It's weird.
So, yeah, it's given very much everybody is lying at this point.
Right. And Maurice caught a stray when
Right.
Fletcher was talking about the whole situation. He was like, I Maurice and Marceau telling him to do NDAs and stuff when he was talking to Melody. Here go Melody again, want to sit down with somebody's husband and talk
Right.
about something. Like, girl,
I wonder if she told Nell.
no, I'm sure she didn't.
But
Because she's
okay, so I know you don't like Melody, but I kind of agree. I ain't about to RSVP to your wedding and we got beef. We need to settle this first and then I'll
oh no, for sure.
RSVP.
No, for sure. I'm not coming to your wedding and not no.
Yeah, no.
I definitely agree with that, but I did not like Melanie. She
Yeah.
she grinds my gears because I don't like nice, nasty people. Like,
Yeah.
you're nasty, just be nasty. Like,
Right.
be a
Be
stop.
you.
Yeah, stop putting a smile and trying to mask it and like.
Right.
I don't like
Sometimes
that.
we can appreciate a villain, but you got to own it.
Own it,
Yeah.
own it, stand on it,
Right.
please.
Hmm.
So,
Okay, so what about so now we back to that Destiny and Nell situation. So
mhm.
Nell is having or plan Destiny was planning Nell's
Yeah,
bachelorette,
Destiny
right?
is planning her bachelorette,
Yeah, so
and
this is why Nell got into it because Destiny's planning the bachelorette, and she got smoked for Sunny because she feel like Sunny stole Moses. Side note, I wonder why. Well, it said probation violation, but I wonder what violated Moses's probation.
right,
I wish I knew his
that's
last
the
name.
real.
Right.
Look it up.
I'm about to see if I can find out Moses's last name so we can see how he violated his probation. Anyway.
Yeah, so basically, while you looking that up, I'll tell it.
Okay.
So basically, Destiny is in charge of putting together Nell's bachelorette party for the vow renewal, and everybody's asking like who's all invited. And she's like, everybody's invited, and they're like, even Sunny, and she's like, I'm not inviting that lady. I'm planning the
Hmm.
event. And Nell don't know her. She just met her. Like, she don't need to be there. And everybody's like, that's not fair. She's a part of the group. And, you should let Nell make that decision because it's her party. And so Nell is basically like, yeah, I'm getting to know the girl and I want her there. And Destiny feels some type of way in her green screen. She like, I don't like that because you're supposed to be my friend. And why would you want this lady here when you know what she did? And Nell's basically like, I don't agree with what she did. But again, I'm getting to know her and I feel like she deserves to have her own chance in this group. So I get that because this is a reality show and she's a part of the group. And so she got to be here at the end of the day. So they have to say that. But if, as with Destiny, if we was real friends, like on and off the show, I would definitely feel some type of way. Like, this girl has caused me hell. Like, she's already in my space. I already have to deal with her being on the same show as me. My life is her storyline.
Right.
So her being present at my close friend's event that I'm planning, really, I would feel some type of way.
Yeah, no,
So,
I agree too. But like, I just feel like she shouldn't expect people to have loyalty that she don't give.
you don't think Destiny gives loyalty?
No, I mean clearly not with the whole Tisha situation. And then
That is very
like
true.
And then, like, I feel like even like you don't like Melody, but I feel like her and Melody was closer than when she was to Martell. And like through the divorce, she's still kikiing with Martell. Like, I get it, you knew him first, but like Melanie was like your bestie. You consider her your village. You was mad when she didn't include you in her village. But like
Right.
honestly, would I include you in mine if I know you going back to my ex-husband? Like, I'm not about to be telling you my business. So you could go
Yeah,
run back
because
and tell him.
you're not exactly being neutral.
Right.
Like, I could see if it was like you sat down with each of them and was like, listen, I'm friends with the both of y'all. I do not want to be involved in y'all's drama. Like, I'm here for y'all and the kids, but I don't want to know nothing about what goes on between X, Y, and Z. But Melody probably would have still been like, girl, you can't be my friend if you hit his friend. Because she said that. Nobody that's friends with the opps can be in my circle.
Right.
So,
And I
I don't
agree.
know. Yeah.
Like, Why
especially
would I
with what
want
they
to do
went through. I do feel like in that case scenario, Destiny could have picked a side because he was all the way wrong. Like
Yeah,
I can see if you're friends with a couple and they get a divorce and it's just irreconcilable differences. Nobody cheated on anybody. Like nobody did nothing detrimental. They just couldn't work it out. Okay, that's different. This
right.
man had a whole relationship on her, had a baby on her, talked trash about her. Just yeah, no, there's no way. You
Listen,
found it.
no, girl, I can just keep seeing he violated his probation. I'm gonna have to dig deeper. We're gonna talk about it next on Friday. I'm gonna do my due diligence and try to figure out why he in probation. I need to figure out where he got arrested for first, because then I can do an inmate lookup and then see why he up in prison.
A deep dive for
But
real.
look, if you got some tips on how to get the tea, go and put it in the comments.
Child, it might already be in there if you go ahead and put it into YouTube. Somebody
Mm,
probably know
right.
because people do these investigations as their job. So we get to the party, Destiny's launch party. Child, I don't know why she keep bringing people to that storage locker.
Right. Why are you launching the storage locker? You ain't even got no walls. Like, please. That's why you have to go to this random
They,
patio and have a patio. Like I don't get
they
it.
said you can put drywall in here. So
Right.
yeah, a lot of people do it.
So shady. Like, but I'm trying to figure out how they go attach drywall to the metal walls. Like,
Right.
because
He
that
might
you can't
put up.
stop.
Well,
You can't stop
those
them back to new.
the drywalls. You can buy a a slab of drywall already put together and
No,
just
I
stick
get
it.
that.
Yeah.
But like usually don't you like nail drywall to like a wooden
To
stud?
something. Yeah. Maybe he gonna make a little frame and then I don't know, child. He gonna have to MacGyver it. But then
But
how
if
you
you make
gonna let up the garage?
right, and if he make a frame, he gonna be taking away her little 300 square foot. Like she ain't gonna have no space. It's really gonna be a closet. Like it already look little. It's gonna be extra little putting a frame up on them metal walls.
Right. I don't know why she's trying to do that anyway. She should have put her little shelves in there to keep her supplies and then
Right.
decorated that back wall that's already white and make that look like something so she can do her little lives and stuff. Because I think that's where she does her lives and stuff on
Maybe.
TikTok for her little product.
Cause
I
I'm
mean,
like,
not
a
little product.
storefront is not it. Everybody can't be what's her name that always got the Detroit glasses on, the Cartiers. What's her name
Stormy.
with her husband? Yeah, everybody can't be
Stormy.
Stormy.
They
And
all
Stormy
trying
don't
though,
even
because
have a
every
store.
time they all
Everybody don't.
trying.
I know, but Stormy don't even have a storefront. She got her warehouse and she be on TikTok.
She not what's the name not making a storefront?
That's what
That's
she
just
said.
her, that's just her what do you call it?
Well,
It's her.
if that's her warehouse, I would not waste money putting up walls. Like, what is the purpose?
Yeah, I think she's trying to create a set. Like
Mm,
Melody does her stuff on TikTok live too, and she has a set kind of how Stormy has where you advertise your products. You child, every time I turn on TikTok, Melody on there, she be making money.
mm.
Everybody's trying to get that Stormy money, okay? She puts her little products on, she got her water, and I think she sells like some type of body cream or
She got
soap
a
or
whole skincare line.
yeah, yeah.
Melody.
And so
Mm-hmm.
she demonstrates the product. She got the little bowl with water. She show you how it glistens and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what Destiny's trying to create is that whole look that everybody is doing where they create a set so that they can go
Girl,
live like QVC.
girl, if she don't get her another place with an extra bedroom, if you got enough square foot, you could even write it off on your taxes. Like, read
Yeah.
the tax code. Stop buying that little stupid storage place unless that's going to be where you keep your inventory, and get you a little bedroom. She needs to watch the accountant and make that your office.
Right. I didn't understand it and I didn't understand why she keep bringing people there. But anyway, she
Because
has her lot.
she could write off the extra expense, low key, probably the rent for her house or whatever, as
Mhm.
her office if it's big
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah, what's her name? Kimmy Cake. I think her name is Kimmy Cakes, the lady who Kimmy Creations, Kimmy Cake something. The lady who
Mm,
does like cooking on Instagram and stuff.
I know what you're talking about.
She has I think she just got rented like a apartment or a condo or something like that just for her content. And I'm sure she's writing off that whole bill. she got tired of doing stuff in her house. So she has like a whole space. It's basically, I think it's either an apartment or a condo. And she's going to use it strictly for content. I'm like, she could have did something like that, but she chose her little space. That's what's working for her. She had her launch party, and mess always happens at Destiny's launch parties and gatherings and things of such. So
and the mess arrived.
yeah, Martell and Marceau and Tisha all sit down together, go over the series of events, and of course, it starts to get heated because Martell starts just to push those buttons, baby, and he's like, "I don't understand," blah 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 blah. He's like, Tisha ain't going nowhere because whatever. And me and Katrina kind of talked about that last week. Yeah, where it's like,
Martell is better at cheating. He didn't lie. He is better than Martell when it comes to cheating. Now, I don't know them personally. I don't know who better than who. They both ain't got no sense. Like Martell only got sense. I mean, Marceau only has sense when it comes to Marquez and his foolishness. But any other time, the man, I don't know what he was thinking.
Right. And Martell is saying what everybody is thinking, like, yeah, Tisha ain't going nowhere, regardless if she sees something or not. Like she don't want to, she never wants to hear it. Right. And Marcel is basically like, so you're jealous that I have a woman that's gonna stand with me regardless. Right. And he like, is. Yeah, she dumb.
No.
I'm like, you have to call her dumb. That ain't right.
Right. Listen, we're not gonna call her dumb. We're gonna say she's blindly loyal.
Very much so, because I feel like she's not looking hard enough because she doesn't want to find it, because she knows that there's going to be something out there. And
listen, because listen, if you're not going to leave, let your man cheat in peace. Leave that man alone and let him do what he's going to do, because listen.
I think that's her stance.
Right. I think he was saying that too. Like the minute that she actually confronts him and lets him know that she has peace, he gonna lose respect. Like he just gonna do whatever because she ain't going nowhere. So why do he have to tiptoe and sneak? Because she already knows that she's not going nowhere. Like,
so my question is, Martell mentioned something about Marceau purposefully trying to push Tisha out. He feels like he does these things, says these things, and kind of just be cool, calm, and collected about everything because he wants her to like want to leave him. Like he doesn't want to be the one to do it, so he just lets things happen so that hopefully Tisha will just leave him. What do you think about that?
I don't think that's true. I think that if Tisha left Marceau, it would hurt him. Like I agree. He would definitely feel that in his chest because she been riding with him for all this time, and now all of a sudden he don't have this cheerleader who blindly like stands behind him no matter what. Like she know Marceau can be dead wrong, and she's still gonna ride for him. And listen, I respect it because in public I'm gonna ride for my man regardless, but at home I'm gonna tell you about myself. But I don't even think she tell him about himself at home.
So, I don't know. Well, we have seen her like say things to him and like speak up to him about stuff, but I also feel like it's the messenger. She don't care about nothing that Martell has to say because he's always coming at her. He come at her sideways. He talk out the side of his neck,
and he don't have no receipts. Where's the proof?
Yes, 0 receipts. And I do think what Marcel was saying is true. I think Martell is jealous of the fact. I think I said the same thing last week. Like he's jealous of the fact that Marceau can get away with this and have his cake and eat it too. Because I agree with what you just said. Marceau do not want Tisha to go nowhere. He want to still be able to do his thing, but he loves his family. He wants his family unit together. He likes the look of it. That's why he was bragging to Martell like, "You wish you had a wife." He has the whole package. He has the businesses. He's, this strong black male figure in the community. He has his children playing sports and stuff. He has the beautiful wife. He has all these things going for him, but storybook.
Right.
And then he got this whole other life allegedly going on in the back that nobody
all in NDAs for. Right. All in NDAs. There's never gonna be receipts because they don't want to get sued.
Yeah, so the story just keeps getting worse and worse. So we'll see how the rest of the season pans out. Let's move on to Real Housewives of Potomac.
Listen, could we say bye-bye to Mia and Jacqueline? I'm sick of them and they tired. dry storyline. Like we don't need to do. We don't care about what y'all did when y'all was teenagers.
We really
Yeah,
don't. We're
y'all
over it.
very grown now.
Everyone's over it.
Right. Y'all very grown now. We don't care about none of y'all little activities that y'all used to do. Even though Kendra, listen, we was talking on the side. Kendra, tell them what you think that Mia did to Jacqueline, because I agree.
Now, from what Jacqueline said, if you paid attention, she was talking about how when they were much younger, Mia introduced her to observing while people are in different acts, and she liked to watch her with her
Mm-hmm.
partners, and she allowed her to watch her with her partners. But the way she said it sounded like grooming to me, because she was like 19 years old. She never experienced any of this stuff before. And it's like she introduced this to me, and she said she didn't even like it at first.
Right.
And it's like, and then Mia's like, yeah, I had to warm her up. I had to get her.
Right. And then when Ashley was bragging about kissing her, she's like, well, you ain't kissed her in places that I have. Like,
yeah, like, why do we need to hear that? And like, you stating your claim like she's your property or something. She legit got upset, and Jacqueline knew she was going to get upset. That means that she probably got upset before when they was rendezvousing and doing whatever they was doing, and she stepped out of bounds. Now, what did that sound like to y'all?
And it makes sense though, because Jacqueline ride for Mia like that, and she'd be upset about Mia making other friends, and now we see Mia's little jealous side. Like, I think they might low-key be in a relationship. Like,
yeah,
they try to act like it's a little rendezvous thing, but maybe they're together and they just don't want to admit it. They got men thinking they the main, but they are in a relationship, and the men is the side piece.
And that's why she always got to have Jacqueline in her room. She always got to have her by her side.
They showering together, just being weird.
Being very weird.
Yeah.
And I felt just like Karen's face.
Right. Okay, but look, let's talk about Baby Bob suing Kiarna. Like, girl, 71 million? Like, we know you ain't got no money, but Kiarna ain't got 71 million, and you know you ain't getting it. And girl, it's on tape that you assaulting her. Like,
tape. That's my whole thing.
Be for real. What are you suing her for? Because literally, you're gonna go to the judge, and the judge is gonna say, "So why are you suing Kiarna?" Because she sued me. Like,
right. Because Exhibit A, like, yes, Kiarna stepped to you, but she did
not put her hands on you.
No, she never put her hands on her. And you used a weapon.
Right. That and it's to her head. Don't you know that's assault with a deadly weapon? That's like, exactly. Listen, when it's above the waist, it's a different charge. Like, girl,
and who was her lawyer making up stuff?
Listen, girl, anybody trying to get money? Like, girl,
okay, so what about Ashley saying that the reason why Kay is not engaged is because of the event that happened, the fight that happened, and then they go to Paris, and she was supposed to get engaged in Paris. I don't feel like she was really like having sympathy for her and being like, I hope it wasn't because of that. I feel like it was messy to point out the fact that she's still not engaged.
Right. I think she just wanted to put herself in it. Like, she wanted to be like involved again. Because like, people ain't really like, as far as that whole like situation, like, people ain't been talking about Ashley. So Ashley had to like bring herself through, like, oh, if I never would have been friends with her. Because like, nothing that she talked about with Giselle had to do with Kiarna. She's like, do I have an issue with the people that I picked? I picked Deborah, because I introduced Deborah to the group. She did this. It was nothing had to do with Kiarna. And now all of a sudden, because of Ashley, because Ashley is just all powerful being and she controls everything, she prevented Kiarna from getting engaged. Like, if that man really loved her and they were supposed to get engaged, I think he still would have proposed. Like,
nothing would have stopped him. And I love, what do you think about Kiarna's math? That's what I was going to ask too, because I love that she actually broke that little scenario down, because people are probably, I don't know, I was thinking if they're talking about, oh, she's waiting on an engagement, like they've had this long relationship, like they've been together for 10 years and he still hasn't proposed.
Right.
They've been together for almost 3 years, not even 3 years yet. And now, granted, I do think when you're older in your 30s and stuff, I would say you probably should know about a year and a half. But I
Right.
also don't feel like you should rush anything. They lived in separate places. They
Yeah.
had whatever they had going on. He has children. You
Right.
know, they I don't know if they were
And
necessarily considered.
she said that he just got out of divorce. I think she said like a month after he got divorced, they met. So
Yeah,
I
so
think
I
that
can see
that's
why they
why
had a
it's
long
okay for the 3 years. Like he needed to get his stuff together before they
yeah.
actually went on. But I do follow I guess he calls himself the fairy godbrother. I can't remember what his name is, but he's on Instagram. And he said, listen, this is the timeline that he proposed. Now, I do agree. When you're in your 20s, like 5 years is okay to wait because,
Yeah,
like, who trying to really get married that quick? But he
right.
said, a man should know whether he want to be with you, like, committed within the first 3 months.
Yeah.
If he don't, move on. And
Yep.
he should ask you on a date within the first week. If he don't ask you on a date
Oh
within the
yeah.
first week, cut it off. And
Cut
a
it off.
man who is really serious about you will propose to you within the first 2 years. And if he
Yes.
don't, it's time to let it go. He gonna waste your time.
You
So
should absolutely be having that conversation probably after the first year. You should know like, oh, if he wants to marry you or not.
right. So yeah, I agree. Like I agree with his timeline wholeheartedly. And I think because of Kiana's situation, maybe it could stretch a little bit because she did meet him so closely after his divorce.
Right.
Because hopefully, like he wanted to like heal and like, get himself together and correct the things that caused the divorce. Because, like, granted, like it's probably not on him, but all on him, but I think that he definitely contributed to the divorce. Like everybody plays
Yeah.
their part. Even if they're
Right.
not the main issue, like they have a part in the demise of their marriage,
Right. For sure.
So,
No, I definitely agree. But yeah, I think that if you are over the age of 30, it
mm-hmm.
shouldn't be taking you 3, 4, 5, 6 years.
Right.
And you should not
He
have
playing in your
longer
face. He playing
your
in your face.
engagement should not be longer than 12 months.
Right. Like, don't let that man play you in your face. Don't let him play. Don't.
Please don't let him put that ring on your finger and let it sit for 2, 3 years. That's
Right. Hold
consent.
you
You're not
hostage.
engaged.
Right. Do not hold me hostage with this ring. Okay.
Right. No.
What are
If
we
you ain't
doing?
ready, you ain't ready.
Right. Mm-mm.
And you know when your man is ready. And if he
Right.
ain't ready, don't make him be ready.
Right.
Move on.
That.
Okay, so what about Mia's excuse for not going to see her kids? We all know it's BS.
She got an excuse for everything. She want to go see that man Ink in
Talking about,
Atlanta.
oh, I have all of a sudden.
Right.
All
Surprise,
of a
surprise,
I got
surprise, surprise. I got another kid.
all of a sudden I have another kid that doesn't want to be filmed, doesn't want to be on television, but because it fits within the story that you need, you're gonna blast your kid. You was just in the other scene talking about your sexcapades with his auntie.
Right.
And
Yeah.
now you're gonna put my face on the screen and I'm in high school
Right.
in Atlanta. And all these people, probably parents and kids, probably watch this show. Now they know that you my mama.
Mm-hmm. Out here being reckless.
Mia, I feel like she is willing to sacrifice anyone to be sitting in that seat next to Andy on reunion night.
Right. And I got to give it to the MVP, Wendy, this season for calling her out because
Yes, thank you, Wendy.
let's not let the shenanigans continue. Okay. Please call out the bull crap. Okay. That's me
Yes.
trying to be
Girl, you
nice.
just said the B word 4 times. It's okay.
Let's call it out. Like, why were you
Yes.
going to Atlanta when you was in here about to have a panic attack about your kids? Now it's okay for them to be at the farm, swimming in the
Yeah.
lake and
You
catching
already
fish.
stayed longer than you should have. Because the moment
Right.
that man came and took your kids without your permission,
You should have
been
been
on
out.
that thing smoking.
Right.
I
But
don't care if the kids are having a good time. The kids are having a good time. Let me go be with them on the farm.
right. If that's where they want to go, I can stay out there with the nanny, okay? It is not that deep. But yeah, no. And like if you got ticket money to fly to Atlanta, Sophie, please, I know you want to be on here so bad. Like you got major FOMO, but hush. I know she like if she could fly to Atlanta, she could fly her son to Potomac and let him go and be with the kids. Like
She's
because
like,
you
he
need to
has
go
a
see about your other
basketball
baby.
game. Yeah.
Right.
I have another son. He has a basketball game. Did you know about the basketball game before? Because what you said on the bus was, I think I'm just gonna go fly to see my man.
Right.
Nothing about your son.
Right. The basketball game is an excuse. And he probably don't even got no basketball game. Like, be
Right.
for real.
Bring the cameras.
Right. Film it. You didn't put his picture
Right.
on the TV anyways. Let's just go on film the game. We want
Right.
to
I
see.
wonder did he consent to that?
Hell no.
Probably not.
Yeah. All
All
right.
right, let's move on to
Right
the
to
next one.
medicine. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, so listen. I love that King is making all the appearances. Quite letting her know, baby, this my man, my man, my man. Okay.
I like King.
Too. And Quad, I mean, what's her name? Toya needs to mind her damn business because she know what Quad did for that Rolls Royce, okay?
Okay.
And don't be mad because she did it better
Jealous.
than you, okay?
Jealous. You're jealous.
Girl.
She was like, you ain't got no kid, you ain't got no ring, and you got a Rolls Royce. Are you jealous?
Right, very. Because you married and you drive whatever you drive, okay, baby? She ain't got to do all that, okay? She does it better than you, and that's why she got gifted a gift that you will never get, honey.
And I like him because he seems happy to be there.
Mm-hmm.
He's happy to shower her with gifts.
Mm-hmm.
He seems like he appreciates just who she is as a person, and that's what every woman wants, to be able to be themselves, be appreciated and loved on properly. So don't hate him.
It's giving very genuine. It's giving real love. It's giving I'm very happy for Quad because look at where she came from. Like,
yeah, exactly. So I hope that he is truly solid. We ain't heard no scandals. We ain't heard nothing about him.
Right.
And so I love this for her. I feel like he is a great match for her. Just the way he handles her too. Like he seems soft and gentle, but also corrective.
Right.
So
and I love that. I love that they dated for a year and he wasn't like pushing her to be on the show. Like that just shows what his intentions are. Like he don't care about nothing but Quad. Like because he could have been trying to be on the show last season, but he was okay with like holding his position and not being on the show last year. So
yeah, and he seems he's handled himself well with the guys. He not putting on for the cameras. Like he's not doing too much. Like
yes, King, we love you. See, it ain't pissing all the ponds. We just got to find the right one.
Right.
All right. So look, they say birds of a feather flock together. What's going on with Heavenly and Dr. Jackie? You think they birds of a feather? Or
I think so because Jackie is shady. Jackie be saying stuff, she be doing stuff, but she just comes off like she presents as, you know, the matriarch of the group and the reasonable one. And we saw her shadiness night on the Med Gala when she put up Phaedra for auction. Phaedra didn't agree to be on the auction. Also, when, you know, the things that she said to Sweet Tea, like when the opportunity presents itself, Jackie shows her true colors.
Yeah. I do think that they got to be a little bit of the same because they so close. Like I can't hang out with someone that I can't relate to. Right. So I do think that they have commonalities. I just feel like Jackie is more. She's had to be more professional and like right, and she's able to code switch. Like Heavenly can't turn it off. Like she is who she is, and that's why it looks worse for Heavenly because it's always on. Like Jackie, she know how to like do it subtly, and Heavenly is like punch in the face.
That's what Heavenly said though. She was like, y'all always talk about me. Jackie be over here talking too. Right. But she's like, not like you. And I agree. I definitely agree with that. I feel like they probably kiki and talk about a lot of stuff. And I feel like Jackie is super shady, but she's not as cutthroat as Heavenly is. Heavenly don't care. She has no filter.
Yeah. So I mean, look, she a little bit like me. I ain't gonna lie, but I don't be that reckless. Okay, I can hold it in a little bit, but listen.
That's a good example though, because me and you might be thinking the same thing. I just might not say it, and you gonna say it.
Right? She's Dr. Jackie. Listen,
right. But listen. We're not as nasty as they are.
No, I'm not. So this, and also like Heavenly is nice, nasty, like Melody. Like she say her little stuff, and she think that little giggle make it better. Like if I say something, right? If I say something, it's because listen, I didn't hold it in long enough, and I just need you to let you know about yourself so you can stop. Because like I feel like I've been giving you too many passes, and you. So I just listen. I got to be honest. Okay, I got to tell you about yourself because it's getting away from you. Reel
And
it in.
I just keep it honest. I try to get better. I think I've gotten better over the years of not always being honest right off the
Mhm.
bat. But
Right.
I'm just super honest. So
Yeah.
sometimes
Kendra
people
had definitely had a transition because in college, like she was still finding her voice. So like she would hold in when she was saying a lot. And then when she found it,
then I went to
everybody
therapy.
was hearing it. And now she's like able to like balance it.
I was in therapy in college for like a it was like extra credit, and I just loved going to therapy, and so I kept going. And
Mm-hmm.
like she said, I found my voice because I've always been a person that didn't really let stuff bother me,
Mm-hmm.
but then stuff started to build up,
Right.
and I'm like, you know what, I don't like that. And she was like, well, if you don't like that, you should start saying that. How do you feel like you should go about letting people know how you feel more? And we just
Mm-hmm.
worked that thing, and then I just let the lid
Right.
off the top, and
It
everybody
was
was
it was like she took a bra off. She said, "Woo, you
and everybody was like shocked and appalled. And I'm like,
right.
oh, y'all can say it, but I can't say it too.
Right. Take your own medicine."
Hello, here's the new me. And then I
Right.
had to find a balance. I was like, girl, you can't do that all the time. Like, you
Right.
gotta reel it in a little bit.
Right. Okay, but look, speaking of Dr. Jackie, I want to bring this up. Everybody else got to have their husbands on the TV. Why can she hire her husband and everybody else got to have theirs on TV? Like, I just feel like that's a little sketch too. Like, listen, just get through the little cheating scandal. You brought him last time on the trip. So I feel like the cheating scandal is out. So like,
Yeah.
can he come back? Like, he don't be working that
Now she
hard.
said he was working. He showed up at the Med Gala,
Listen,
but we
it
do
wasn't
not
on
see much
camera.
of
He was
Curtis.
only on camera for 30 seconds. Like,
Yeah, we don't see much of Curtis at all.
listen.
So we get to the Met Gala. Everybody got on their little flower dresses and stuff. I don't know what Simone had on. And I feel like Sweet Tea was like giving, I want to do the Met Gala. Like I want to go avant-garde. You know what I'm saying?
That it was an
I feel
avant
like,
garde.
yeah, I feel like Sweet Tea and Dr. Simone was like, yeah,
But
we trying
Dr.
to
Simone is always tacky. I mean,
very much.
listen, Sweet Tea is always tacky too. But
Very
like
much.
that was like the clearance rack at David Bridal's tacky.
And Contessa, that wasn't even on theme. I guess because it was green, it was giving garden. But
listen, I'm proud of Contessa because she actually looked cute.
She looked great, but
yeah, I'm glad she didn't wear that nasty crown that her daughter made the rhinestone come out of. Like she looked good with a hair flat iron. Like it was great.
Yeah, her makeup looked good. She actually did look really, really good.
Maybe she was the stem of the flower.
Huh?
Maybe she was the stem of the flower. That's why
That's
she
what
had
I'm
the
saying.
green
Maybe
on.
because she had on green, she was, being given garden, I guess, because it was garden themed. So the green,
Maybe she was grass. Listen, green my favorite color. We're gonna try to fit it in any kind of way.
I love a good green. It was a good green. It looked really good on her skin. So she looked cute. So yeah, we get to the Met Gala. But before we got to the Met Gala, everybody's talking about how Phaedra ain't, pulling her weight. Phaedra called everybody the B word and they let it slide. And
which I was very shocked at because Phaedra don't talk like that. When she said y'all bees, I said
it
what?
Out. She gave her raw feelings.
She went Real Housewives of Atlanta real quick because that's some stuff she would say on there.
Because she's like, don't play me. I do this. And I do feel like she was overzealous with $100,000. You don't know these people. You're not really in this industry. You don't know how much. When they was doing events like this on Housewives of Atlanta, they could barely raise $30,000. Like, how you think you're gonna raise $100,000? And looking around the room, I mean, you can't judge a book by its cover, but people wasn't putting their paddles up.
Right. The only one that was spending that bread was the ex-football player of the new doctor, the new psychiatrist that's supposed to be on the show.
Yeah, buying Quad Little Bowl for $4,000.
Right. But Quad has his cap. Phaedra been under delivering since Sheree's divorce case. Because remember, everything she promised that she was going to get from Bob, she didn't get not one thing. So they should have known from that trial or that divorce case that, listen, she going to be buying the rest of the candy after you don't sell it, okay? That's why she spent that $47,000.
And we're going to find out at the reunion if she really cut that check.
Right. Because they good for calling people out for not paying for the charity. So we don't see
Yeah,
it.
because that's a big check. Now I would have said, I'm sorry that I overpromised. I'm gonna go ahead and round it up to 60 and we're
Right.
gonna call it a night.
Right. Be grateful because you only thought you was gonna raise 25. Okay. Hello.
Right. Yeah. So I do think it was shady that and it was kind of sad that they auctioned her off because nobody
That
said
creepy old
anything.
man bought her.
Yeah.
Said he got a smash for that 4,000. You tripping. It ain't
Right.
worth it.
So we'll see what happens on the next episode. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure that you check the description box for all of our links to our social media. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Like and subscribe. Post your comments. We want to hear from you.
Yes. Bye.